broke, don't break it. You see, I'm gonna spend more money on another club. Yeah, so they got to be, has to be sanctimonious. Has to be sanctimonious. It's not easy. That's like, handling like that, you have to understand. Whenever you're around, their behaviour. You see what I'm saying? No, there's so much latches on G. You see what I'm saying? Like, it starts from the top.
John chapter 14 and 16.
That's an example.
Verse 42. You will know the truth. Thank you. It is the truth.
I saw certain things are mainly about bills.
That is the God. You are meant to be made of God.
This is the last side of Christ. Which
Now you say he's going to be on his son.
that's how we want to get together. So this is still getting rid of for that. No one's perfect.
What is it that is leading your life?
Respect to the persons as well. A lot of man didn't respect to the persons.
People coming out from evangelism, coming out to tell you the truth. Because we are standing as a testimony of God's glory upon our lives. If you are not knowing the truth now, you will know it when God will come. The fool will never say there is no God.
Doesn't make sense.
And he will come to judge between candidates. He will come back
Before I even came into the truth, I did research about my tribe in Ghana. And even the Akan tribe, and even the Akan tribe said they're not even from Ghana, they actually came there from, I think it was like they came there from somewhere else.
That is what
Even the other tribes that are Hamites.
Yeah. That's what a lot of people don't understand is that they're not the original Ghanaians. You have the indigenous Ghanaians. And our people think in there, they call themselves Ghanaians, they call themselves Hamites. The indigenous tribes.
I am God of all souls. Every soul, every soul upon the face of the earth, they are God's own. And this earth is God's own. You are a soul. I'm telling you, you do not have a soul. Or you should not believe that you have a soul. You are telling me lies. It is a lie. And somebody, some people in their theology, some people in their senses will be telling someone that you are only made a spirit and a body. You are never a spirit, you are a body. You are never a spirit, you are a body. You are soul. And your body. So the body that goes now. My brother, my sister, you are a soul, spirit, and body. Anyone telling you lies, that you are only a spirit and body, they are telling you lies. And as God has made all three, He likes everything that is three. He Himself is three. He's God the Father, He's God the Son, He's God the Holy Spirit. He's only one God. And you are one. God. Thank you.
Kind of
Jesus is God the Father. Yahawah. Jesus is both of them. Yahawah. Without the power of God in Jesus.
Yeah, he told me.
He and his Father have together to be your propitiation upon the face of the earth.
I've got the tip up to you.
This dream for me to lower your soul.
Sometimes you put in the out.
Do not let anyone lies. There is only one God.
It's recorded, don't touch it. It's been recorded for about 20 minutes.
Because
That one pitch that plays there, treat right now.
I want to stand back because they're going to open up, yeah? Alright, we're the Hebrew Israelites. We come out week in, week out. Prophesy the downfall of this wicked society. To tell you Negroes, Hispanics, and Native Americans that you need to come back to your God. Do you understand? Because Christianity and Islam and all these religions of the heathen nations, they're not going to save you in the time of calamity. The Bible talks about Jacob's trouble. Okay? So we're out here once again to tell you Negroes, Hispanics, Native Americans and West Africans that you are the lost sheep of the house of Israel. Okay? But before that we're going to open up. Kahala Yahawah Ba'asham Yahushai.
Kahala Yahawah Ba'asham Yahushai.
Mashinaba Kwadza Kwanyam.
Mashinaba Kwadza Kwanyam.
Shalawam Wakanan.
Shalawam Wakanan.
Lahabaka Ayah.
Lahabaka Ayah.
Wa Akyam.
Wa Akyam.
Alright? That's the Paleo Hebrew, not that Yiddish. Okay? All praise to the Most High, through Son Yahushai. Double honours to the elders and the Akim that continue to labour in true sincerity. And shalom and salutation to the elect as well. Okay? Remember Isaiah chapter 50. One second, I'll throw the rest of these out.
Good afternoon, guys. I'm a security guard.
So now every week. Tell me what is it? Give me Matthew 30 and 19. We'll start off with that. Go on. This is Matthew chapter 13 verse 19. When anyone heareth the word of the kingdom and understandeth it not, then cometh the wicked one and catcheth away that which was sown in his heart. Right. So you, I'm assuming, a heathen. Fine, you can do your little peon job right now, but you coming up here and offending the little ones, you're marking yourself for death. Get me Matthews 18 and 6 or 18 and 10. If any should offend the little ones. Because you should know better than to come up here, man. We're not Christians, we're not Muslims, but the little ones are the Most High, do you understand? You got that one? If anyone should offend the little ones, yeah? This is Matthew chapter 18 verse 6. But whoso shall offend one of these little ones, which believeth in me, it were better for him that a millstone were hanged about his neck, and that he were drowned in the depths of the sea. Right, one fact, read that again, I'm going to turn this up louder. So that guy that just came up here, you understand? He's just made himself an example for death. God. This is Matthew chapter 18 verse 6. But whoso shall offend one of these little ones, if anyone offend the little ones of the Most High Yahawah, go on, which believeth in me. Right, so we believe in him, because his original Hebrew name, the Most High's name is Yahawah, and his son's name is Yahawashi. Have you come up here to apologize? Or are you just going to keep with your judgment? You can stay with your judgment or you can apologize. Okay, we're going to judge you, go on. It were better for him that a millstone were hanged about his neck. So the Bible says it would be better for you that a millstone, a massive boulder, was hung around your neck. Go on. And that he were drowned in the depths of the sea. And that you were drowned in the depths of the sea. Go on. Verse 7. Woe unto the world because of offences, Right, woe unto the world because of offences. Even last week, you had a Caucasian woman come up and try and mess around with our camera. So those are the, it says, woe unto the world. Woe means destruction to the world because of the offences that must come into it. Because these things must come to pass. Go on. Woe unto the world because of offences, where it must needs be that offensive come. Right, so it must needs be that offensive come. So these things have to happen. Do you see what I'm saying? Those are the tribulations and the trials of us being the men of the Lord. The Bible says in Micah 5 and 10, they hate him that rebuketh in the gate, and I abhor him that speaketh uprightly. So when these heathens and these demons come up affecting us, you see what I'm saying? That proves to you that we are the true men of the Most High. You see what I'm saying? But woe to that man by whom the offensive cometh. Right, because everyone down here is a vessel. So anyone that comes up and offends us, woe unto them for offending us. You see what I'm saying? Because there was destruction. So they were used as an example not to fuck with us, basically. Do you see what I'm saying? It's a serious thing. For example, Judas. Judas was created to what? Betray Yahawah on the cross. But Yahawah said what? It was the man that's going to betray him, it would be better that he was never born than to betray the Son of the Most High. So the people that come up and offend me and my brother and the rest of the Akim doing the same works as us, it'd be better than them people didn't exist in the first place. Because when judgment comes down, they're going to get it the worst. You see what I'm saying? Go on. Alright, go back to Isaiah chapter 50, yeah? You got that one? 50. Yeah. One, yeah? This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 50, verse 1. Thus saith the Lord, where is the bill of your mother's divorcement, whom I have put away? Right, and that's talking to you Negroes, Hispanics, and Native Americans. Because the Most High put you away. What is it saying? Hosea chapter 4, verse 6? My people are destroyed for lack of knowledge because they rejected knowledge, so the Most High rejected them. But it says in Hosea 5 and 4, I will go and return to my place till his people, the Negroes, Hispanics, and Native Americans, acknowledge their offense and return to him. You see what I'm saying? So he's put them away from now. He's turned his face from us. Because our people don't want to turn back to him. They're into Christianity and Islam and all these other doctrines. You see what I'm saying? What does it say? Give me, what is it? I think it's Isaiah chapter 30 verse 9. 13 verse 9. Slakia. They turn not to him that smiteth them. You see what I'm saying? When your parents smack you, they're not smacking you for fun. They're smacking you to correct you. But what do? You say sorry and they forgive you. And they console you. But the Most High people aren't doing that. The Negroes, Hispanics, and Native Americans aren't doing that. They do not turn to him that smiteth them. You got that scripture? 13 and 9 or 9 and 13. Because we're coming to the end of this very soon. You see what I'm saying? That's why, where is it? It's spreading like wildfire now. The Negroes, Hispanics, and Native Americans are the children of the Most High. And that's the reason why, you got it, yeah? Slack it, one sec. That's why the elites and the media, they don't shine a light down on this. Because it's just going to exacerbate things. The Bible says that you can do nothing against the truth, only for it. That's why they leave us alone. Because if they put the media on this, then more people are going to find out, more Negroes, Hispanics, and Native Americans are going to find out that they're the lost sheep of the house of Israel. And the sooner this kingdom comes down, the sooner our kingdom comes back up. You see what I'm saying? Because I think it was Peter, he said to Yahawah, when are you going to restore the kingdom of heaven to who? To Israel. So when people are talking about you're going to go to heaven, what are you talking about? Because there's different types of heavens. You see what I'm saying? The Most High is on the fourth plane. Heaven also means rulership. So when you're at home in your place, you're in heaven. Because that's your, you see what I'm saying? That's your rulership. You ordain what goes on there. This is not our society. Our people are denizens. They're not citizens. You see what I'm saying? And they don't know the difference between a denizen and a citizen. A citizen is someone who's part of that society. A denizen is someone who is forced to live in that society, but they don't have the privileges of that society. You see what I'm saying? You got that one? Go on. This is the book of Isaiah chapter 9 verse 13. For the people turneth not unto him that smiteth them. Right, you Negroes, Hispanics, and Native Americans, you do not turn to your God that smiteth you. This is not the way the world is. You see what I'm saying? Slap it. Get me Baruch chapter 4 verse 6 real quick, yeah? You were sold to the nations, not for your destruction, but because you moved your God to wrath. The Most High gave you over to your enemies. That's what it means when he smiteth thee. Do you see what I'm saying? The Most High gave you into the hand of your enemies. These are not your friends walking around here. They're your enemies, but you've been conditioned as a child, you see what I'm saying, to go out with them, thinking that they're your friends, this and that. Love thine enemy. When the Bible's talking about love thine enemy, you have to go to the Levitical law. Who are the Levitical laws given to? The Israelites. So when the Bible's talking about love thine enemy, it's not talking about the heathen nations, it's talking about your Israelite brother. You see what I'm saying? See, that's another thing with these damn Christians as well. Every time they get cut up, they go back to singing. Get me Micah chapter 5 verse 23, please. We're going to cut this up fast, man. I'm playing games out here. I've got a testimony as well by my workplace. What happened, man? These heathens, these heathens around, what is it? They're eating. They're Muslim. They tried freaking getting my phone. I'm going to go into that today, man. Shallah, I am these Muslims out here, man. Trust me. Trust me. I ain't playing games today. What was that scripture again? Amos 5:23, yeah. God. This is the book of Amos chapter 5 verse 23. Take thou away from me the noise of thy songs. Right, that goes out to these so-called Christians out here. You see what I'm saying? That's all they do, they sing and dance. Alright? The Most High said, take away from me the noise of thy songs. In fact, if you go further out, I think it says, I hate and I despise your feast days. Right, go on, read that and then go back to it, yeah? This is the book of Amos. Amos chapter 5 verse 21. I hate, I despise your feast days. Right, and that's talking to these Christians. These Negroes, especially the Americans that are into the ideologies of the heathen nations. The Most High hates and he despises their feast days. The ones that they're taught in church that the Most High's all love. So what's the Bible saying there? They're pacifying the ways of the Most High. So when he brings down this destruction, a lot of them, the little faith that they claim to have, is going to go throughout the window. You see what I'm saying? They're going to bug out the hardest. You see what I'm saying? Because they take the piss. I was going past a place in Peckham, and what is it? The young youths our age, they were hanging outside the little church room or whatever. See what I'm saying? And they were on their phones. They weren't even watching the bullshit that was going on. And they're supposed to be in church. They've got no respect for their God. But then again, they don't know their God. Get me Isaiah chapter 1 verse 3. The ox knoweth his owner and the ass his master's crib. But Israel don't know their God. They don't even consider it. You see what I'm saying? That's why a lot of our people can get put to death. You see what I'm saying? They're the 2/3. And a lot of them deserve death as well. You know? You got me that one up. Don't worry, we're going to get to Isaiah 50 soon, yeah? This is the book of Isaiah. Chapter 1 verse 3. The ox knoweth his owner and the ass his master's crib. Right, an ox and an ass are dumb animals. You see what I'm saying? And yet they still know their master's crib. They still know who looks after them and tends them and feeds them. You see what I'm saying? But Israel doth not know. Right, the Negroes, Hispanics and Native Americans walking up and down today under these bywords. If you look down here, I'm fucking up my own shit, I'm so pissed off. Go on. Yeah, down here, these are the true Israelite names, and those are the bywords that were put upon them. You see what I'm saying? Alright? Go on. It was Negroes, which are the tribe of Judah, Benjamin, which are the West Indians, Levi, which are the Haitians today, Simeon, which are the so-called Dominicans, Zebulun, which are the Guatemalans to Panamanians, Ephraim, which will be the so-called Puerto Ricans, Manasseh, which would be the so-called Cubans, Gad, which would be the North American Indians, Reuben, which would be the Seminole Indians, Naphtali, which would be the Argentinians to Chile, yeah, to Europe, Asher, which would be the Colombians to Uruguayans, and Issachar, which would be the so-called Mexicans today. These are the nations of Israel today. They haven't gone anywhere. It's just that their identity has been stripped from them. Right, and since you said that, you've got to prove it as well. The Bible says if any man should speak, he's got to speak as the oracles of the Most High. That's why Christians always get sliced and diced out here. Give me Jeremiah 17:4. You shall discontinue from your heritage. Because since the Bible is saying that the children of Israel shall discontinue from their heritage, who the hell are them people in Israel right now claiming that they're the children of the Most High? They're imposters. Do you see what I'm saying? Because the Most High said he's going to take away the remembrance. God. This is Jeremiah chapter 17 verse 4. And thou, even thyself, shall discontinue from thine heritage that I gave thee. Right, our people are going to discontinue from their heritage that the Most High gave us. That's why our women don't listen to their man. You see what I'm saying? It's only our people that are under our under persecution because of the curses, and that's because we turned from our God. Do you see what I'm saying? That's how you got churchmen with bald ass face, especially the West Africans. A lot of them man that when they go into church got a bald ass head. You see what I'm saying? And the Bible says that man's not, an Israelite man is not supposed to mar the corners of his beard nor bald off his head. But yet in the barbers, then what they do? Fade, shape up this and that, slits in the eyebrow and that makes a man look effeminate. You see what I'm saying? That's an effeminate man, and the Bible says that the effeminate shall not make it into the kingdom of heaven. You see what I'm saying? So all these people that think they're bad man, with these batty boy slits in their eye and all that fade and that, they're going to get put to death. You see what I'm saying? Go on.
Jeremiah chapter 17 verse 4. And thou even thyself shall discontinue from thine heritage that I gave thee.
Right, and that's what the churches should be teaching you. Get me Lamentations 2:14, please. Alright, the Bible says if any man should speak, he's got to speak as the oracles of the Most High. Isaiah 8:20 says if they don't speak according to this word, then there's no light in them. Do you see what I'm saying? Go on.
This is Lamentations, the book of Lamentations chapter 2 verse 14. Thy prophets have seen vain and foolish things for thee.
Right, thy prophets have seen vain and foolish things of thee. Alright? They're saying, oh, why am I going through this tribulation? You see what I'm saying? Oh, well, because you didn't park in that spot, or because you didn't do this, or you didn't give enough tithes at church. What type of idiot business is that? You see what I'm saying? Go on.
And they have not discovered thine iniquity to turn away thy captivity.
Right, they have not discovered thine iniquity to turn away thy captivity. What is your iniquity? Baruch chapter 4 verse 6, please. Because the Bible tells you what your iniquity is.
God is expecting from you. Jesus Christ came out to the earth. God sent Jesus Christ for only one reason.
This is Baruch chapter 4 verse 6.
Right, so this is the Most High telling you what your iniquity is. This is what your pastor and your preacher should be telling you. Go on.
For you can only be redeemed when you know the instruction from the word of God.
You were sold to the nations. You were sold to the heathen nations. Now we can go deeper. It says in Psalms 83:3, you can never go deep enough. You see what I'm saying? Because the Bible says what? It's good that a man beareth the yoke in his youth. And it says, the Bible says, take up wisdom in thy youth, take up instruction in thy youth, and you should be wise when you're older. This Bible is your wisdom. And it says that in Deuteronomy 4:6. You see what I'm saying?
For you to live in the earth, you must have the manual of
You were sold to the nations. The nations, these heathen nations. The Caucasian man, the Arab man, the Hamitic African man. That was the transatlantic slave trade. That's why it says trans. Trans means three. See what I'm saying? Okay, go on. Not for your destruction. So we were sold to the heathen nations, not for our destruction. Go on.
You were sold to the nations, not for your destruction, but because you moved God to wrath.
Because you moved your God to wrath. That's why you were put through the transatlantic slave trade. As it says in Deuteronomy 28:68. Look how many thousands of years ago that was.
I am the way.
It was. You see what I'm saying? Right, prophesy. You know? That was the most I said he declares the end from the beginning. So that was going to happen, but you know what it is? People think that what? When the Most High says something, they expect it to happen in their time, immediately. You see what I'm saying? There was one brother that came up last week talking about Yahawah going to come back this year. There's like, what is it? The microchip prophecy has to come to pass first. Jacob's trouble has to come to pass. That's how you can tell that the Most High is not dealing with that brother. You know what I'm saying? You know? Go on.
But because you moved the Most High to wrath, you were delivered unto the enemy.
Right, because you moved your God to wrath, you were delivered to your enemies.